Hey, what's up, y'all? So in this video, I'm going to be going over some of the environments that I used in my recent Cyberpunk short film, Zin. So what you're looking at right now, this is the original environment for the intro scene, the alleyway. Now, if you haven't seen the short, go ahead and check it out first, because obviously this is going to spoil it right here. So for this one right here, I actually had a YouTuber commission and make this for me, pretty much kit bashing different assets in the marketplace to create this right here. This is what we started with, and as you can see, this is actually Unreal Engine 4.27. I actually ended up just converting everything to 5 and then 5.1, because like I said, this project I started creating last year, almost like a year and a half ago. So here is the starter package. I mean, overall, I pretty much kept everything that he had in here. And usually what I tell the people I kind of commission is, hey, don't worry about lighting too much, because I'm probably going to change things, add and subtract things. So here it is, the before, I would say, of that alleyway environment in the beginning of that short, and it's pretty awesome. I've used this twice, actually, one in Omniverse and one in Unreal Engine 5. So here it is, and this is the actual car that I use. It's pretty low quality. This is free in the Epic Marketplace that I just downloaded. And like I said, I would say 98% of the things that I use for that short were pretty much all in the marketplace. Not a lot of custom made things in there. So here it is. And what we'll do is we'll jump over to my actual project. So we have our characters in here. So the way I kind of work is I make sure that if I can help it, I separate all the character and all their takes into different levels. Because sometimes when a level breaks or gets corrupted, I don't pretty much want to lose everything. So I try to separate them all. So in this one you're looking at right now, this is actually Peterson's take. So the camera was really just up here, and you're just seeing really just this backdrop. And you're going to notice that one of the things that I added was, instead of just having everything kind of black in the back right there, I added a couple of lights in there just to contrast it. I added some, you know, reddish light back there, some signs right here, and pretty much just put some more stuff in the background so it doesn't look flat. And that's what you want to try to do in your shorts, is if you have a background that's looking a little bit dark, add a bunch of stuff in there. Added a bunch of lights back there just to keep it interesting so that it just doesn't fall flat. Again, if I go back to the original, you're going to see if I remove this actual garbage truck right here, you're going to see that that is just pure darkness. That would not look good in your movie. So again, add a bunch of stuff in the background, add some points of interest, if you will. So here's the shot right here. Basically, it was just a head and shoulder shot for Peterson right here. And then what I'll do now is I will go to Seiko, which is the actual female cop's take. So I'll move in here. Again, I added a bunch of these points of interest, just a bunch of neon lights and neon signs, so that pretty much just to make it look interesting. Without these, it would look just too bland. Again, just, you know, populate your frame as much as you can. Obviously, don't make it too crowded. Just populate it so that it makes sense. I added a bunch of signs and lights and neon signs. And again, for the ground, actually, I forgot to mention, you're going to notice that the ground's different. I was not able to transfer this ground here, so I had to just use a different material for the ground objects. So here we are with Seiko's turn. So with Seiko, if you remember, it was really just a camera right here. And as you can see, I added and changed a lot more from the original. So you can see here, I added a bunch of these right here. Again, just points of contacts. And right here, if I go right here, you know, I changed the trash and the boxes and things like that. I removed this back wall right here with all of the graffitis, because it was repeating. You can tell that it was kind of repeating. You don't want that. You can see that this right here is the same as this. So I just removed it and kind of made it so that I'm like right here. So I have light, which is simulating kind of like a blue street lamp light right here. You have the trash can, and also added this right here from Kitbash 3D. I just threw a bunch of assets in here from them. Got this nice little Series KB 3D CPP prop set, because these assets are actually a lot higher quality than the video game assets I got from the Epic Marketplace. That's why I really put them up front and center and put everything else like the gamey content stuff in the dark. So, you know, we don't barely see it because it's pretty gamey stuff, but I gotta make do with what I have. But yeah, so you can see right there, we got the KB 3D. We have a bunch of these barricades as well, because again, they are a little bit more high quality. So what I'm starting to learn is that, again, for this one, I actually did a lot more than I should have. But sometimes what I try to do is I would get the camera set up and then start populating the scene with props and lights. So it's a little bit backwards. You know, in real time, you would set everything up, the props, the setup, the lighting, the dress, the set dressing. But for me, I would get my camera set up first and then start populating the props and sets and see what would look good. So I actually treat every frame differently. Obviously, you still have to think about continuity and things like that. But for this one right here, since the camera was set this way and I never had a shot this way, you really couldn't tell that, you know, that backdrop, that background right here is a lot different. All right, so as you can see, it was like a shot like this and a shot like this for Seiko for that short. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And for this one, I was able to just get away with the actual, you know, introduction shot right here because it's the same lighting, so it works out. I just added a couple of lights so that it makes sense a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the shot. The close-up's the same. The lighting is the same. I try to go with the red and blue color as far as for the characters, and pretty much just went crazy with everything else outside. What I'm going to show you now is a little alternate introduction. I really, really, really wanted this to work out. But one of the things that I kind of play around with the introduction was the car landing. So if I go here, actually I have the sequence ready. If I press play, you're going to see that I have this set up. I use the Vive VR for the camera. And as you can see, I have this car landing to go down. But the problem I have with this is you can really tell the quality of the car not really being high quality, and actually animated the wheels as well, so they were kind of folded out, and then as the car got lower, I was folding them in. I really wanted this to work out, but again, the quality of the car is just was not good, and it gave it away. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a little kind of behind the scenes on the alleyway for my Cyberpunk short Zin. Again, if you haven't done so, go ahead and check it out. I think it's pretty cool. Again, and if you want to see more kind of like a behind the scenes on how I made this short, let me know in the comments below. But for this video, that's pretty much it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.